Tori Speak. Batting seventh and playing field, number 10, Rachel O. Batting eighth, designated hitter, number 8, Weaver. Batting playing just right, Savannah Key. And on for Cardinals, 91, Gabby Benson. Assistant Cardinals, Rose and Tech, coaches Christine. Now repeat the all universe. Today's game, 23 and 20 record. For the Tigers. Designated player number 33, Lauren Godin. Batting fifth and catching, number 25, Sydney Holler. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, number 45, Jim Barrett. Batting the bat, Andy Hanrahan.
And welcome back to Scots Park in Alma for the second of 3 games here today in this Division III Soft Regional. This will be elimination between Otterbein and DePauw. Each of these teams suffered yesterday to fall into the consolation bracket. And it's going to be a long haul. We're going to make it out of the valley tomorrow. This game will play again today at 4 o'clock against Alma College. And Illinois will be the undefeated team that moved up to tomorrow's first game in the championships here in this regional. As we look at these two teams, foul side of that fair foul pole down the right field line. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one's fouled away off to the right side. Brandon Roach, our camera operator, up on the lift just over top of the dugout on the first base side. Almost had a barehanded grab. Skylar Goodman on camera in straightaway center field, and Stephen Kipp doing the directing here in the press box at Scots Park. Foul ball. McElwain and Andy, 1 on, 1 out. Great atmosphere here at Alma College today. Quite a lot going on around us as was this softball regional. Here's the 2-2 pitch, fouled straight back. There's a high school going. A lot of the local high school teams and relays. And then also heard that there is an AAU basketball tournament in the vicinity as well. A lot of folks here in Alma College. Foul ball past third as that'll hit. Teams about to play tomorrow. Needs one tomorrow to be regional. They won regional a year ago. Not this regional in Alma, but they won regional and moved on and eventually went to the late. So it's a team that, young team this season, this a year ago, have a lot of experience able to pick up a 7th run to move. They have won 2 games to head to Sunday. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Just a corner for ball 4. McElwain gets the walk. For Megan. Got 4 players around the infield. Abby Bass playing third. Jordan Farah, the shortstop. Gabby Smart at second. Kathleen Byers playing first. And Sydney Holler doing the catching. The pitch is outside, 2-2. McElwain at second base. Left-handed hitting Megan Garner. And she swings in, struck her out. So Brookie out of the opening inning unscathed once. 1 hit, once after a half. It's Otterbein nothing. Coming to bats.
The top of the first, Otterbein had 1 runner left on base. official NCAA sports app now. Available on Android, iPhone, and iPad. Fans, take home a souvenir of today's championship for cheap gear and memorabilia.
And welcome back to Scots Park in Alma, Michigan. Great to have you with us here for this Division III softball regional. Weather has been very cooperative the last couple of days. Full day yesterday, even though we have some overcast right now. That's making it probably a little bit nicer to sit in the stands than having the sun beat down on you. No wind at all. So a perfect day. And a beautiful day here in mid-Michigan. And that one is slapped right back to Bandy off the bat of Molly Riggs. First pitch swinging. And a soft liner out to Bandy. One pitch, one gone. Brings up Tori Speakman. Speakman doing the catching for Otterbein. 305 batting average, and for the first time in her college career finds a squiggly number in the home run column instead of that 0, the goose egg. She had her first career home run yesterday, just below the scoreboard in left center field that looked like it was going to be the game winner. Boy, that one's hit well. Deep center field. Hey, how about a second career home run? Tori Speakman goes her career winner. One time she goes to the deepest part of the ballpark. A solo shot here in the second, and Otterbein leads it 1-0. 220 feet to straightaway center field, and a no doubt about it for Tori Speakman. Boy, that has to be a smile on her tournament. How about that? 1-0. Otterbein with the advantage. Rachel Owens will dig in, and the pitch is a strike. Here's the 0-1. Reaches out and touches it foul down the first baseline. Speakman's home run yesterday looked to possibly be the game winner. That was the run that made it 2-0. One into the final inning. We're down a couple different times, but it was Wesleyan of Illinois coming up with the 2 runs to win it by a run. That one's almost caught by Byers. Nice attempt at first base, just couldn't get to it. 2 quick strikes on Owens. Brooke Bandy back in the circle. And the southpaw's 0-2 pitch. Lined it back off the glove of Bandy, but she is able to recover and throw her out. Looked like it was hit harder than it probably was right off the bat. And Bandy was able to get leather on it and knock it down. Had plenty of time to get Owens. So 2 gone, nobody on. Designated player Nikki Weaver will step in. Pretty nice to have a .448 batting average, batting out of your 8 slot. That's what Otterbein has today in Nikki Weaver. Pitch to the left-handed swinger is a... The only home runs that we have seen so far in this regional tournament have both come from the same bat. As Tori Speakman, the catcher for Otterbein, has solo shotted it twice in this tournament. 1 ball, 1 strike to Weaver. Our third and final game today will come your way approximately at 4 o'clock here on almascots.com. Another liner. Ooh, this went off the head. I hope she's all right. It's caught by the shortstop. Farah off the ricochet. My, oh my, she says she's all right. She's going to head to the dugout. It ricocheted off Bandy in the air to Farah, who caught it to end the frame, but not before Otterbein gets the long home run from Tori Speakman. 1 run, 1 hit, none left. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. It's Otterbein 1 and DePauw 0.
championship action in VIP style with the NCAA experience. Get exclusive access, premium tickets, and hospitality packages all from one source. Visit ncaa.com/VIP to secure your VIP championship experience today. Coming to the plate for DePauw, the designated player, number 33, Lauren Gowden.
The DePauw Tigers will step in here in the second inning. Otterbein leading at 1-0 as Lauren Godden digs in and takes a strike. Godden, Holler, and Farah against Gabby Johnson here in the second. Godden, the designated player, with a .288 batting average. Right-handed hitter. Big cut and a miss, strike two. Gabby Johnson in that 16-1 win-loss record and a school record 142 strikeouts. Just misses outside, almost rung up number 143. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 fly balls in the first inning to get her out of it. There's a foul ball back and out of play. Count stays at 1-2. Otterbein out of the Ohio Athletic Conference. First appearance in the tournament ever. They had a 9-game winning streak snapped yesterday. There's a one-hopper, short hopper to Garner at first, and she will wait for the runner and tag Godden out. So 1 out brings up Sydney Holler. Otterbein has won 13 of its last 15 games and an overall record of 34-7. DePauw out of Greencastle, Indiana, North Coast Athletic Conference champs. High fly ball, left field, midway down the line, and caught by the left fielder McElwain. So Holler is out with a 1 pitch. 2 outs, brings up Jordan Farah. 1-0 Otterbein on the Speakman home run. Farah's batting average .250. No home runs and 8 driven home. First pitch fastball hits the inside corner for strike 1. Well, Otterbein's going to go as far as Gabby Johnson can take them. There's a fly ball left field. McElwain coming in and toward the line makes the catch. And down go the Tigers, 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. After 2 complete, Otterbein leading DePauw 1-0.
No hits, no Otterbein errors, and no runners left on base. Did you know that Division III is the largest division within the NCAA, with over 180,000 student athletes participating in 450 institutions? Division III makes up 40% of NCAA membership schools. Learn more about Division III at ncaa.org/D3.
Cardinals of Otterbein to come to bat here in the third. It'll be the number 9 hitter, and then the Cardinals will flip it back around to the top of the order. Left-hander Brooke Bandy has allowed a couple of hits, including a home run to Torrey Speakman. Otterbein with the 1-0 lead. Savannah Sarkeen to start it off, 235 hitter. Bandy is ready here in the third. First pitch is high and away, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Scots Park, the home of the Alma College Scots. They have fallen into the elimination bracket. We'll play the winner of this game at 4 o'clock to see who stays alive to head to Sunday to take on Illinois Wesleyan. Wesleyan will need 1 win tomorrow. Any of the remaining 3 teams would have to win 2. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alma from the MIAA, 2 other teams from the MIAA playing in a championship regional today. Trine and Hope are still underway in their championship day. They had a Thursday, Friday, Saturday regional. Trine was the undefeated team, so Hope would have to beat Trine twice today to move on. So the MIAA will get somebody into a super regional next weekend. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sarkeen. Swing and a pop-up, tough play, foul ball as Byers made an effort to get there but couldn't reach it. Sarkeen still alive and will grab the bat and get back into the box. Christine Steinis, the head coach of the Otterbein Cardinals, coaching down the line at third, sending some motivation to Sarkeen, who is digging back in. 2-2 is the count, and here is the pitch. Foul ball, left field side. Yeah, what an adventure for a team that has never been in an NCAA tournament. I'm sure there were some butterflies yesterday, but they came out and had themselves a lead until late. And they were the highest ranked team of any of the 4 coming in. So even though they were first timers, they were probably the favorites, at least in terms of the rankings coming into this regional. Even though Illinois Wesleyan had a Final 8 appearance a year ago, they lost a lot of upperclassmen from that team. There's ball 4. So Sarkeen is aboard for Allison Shaw. Shaw 0 for 1, grounded out. Grounded to second. Here's that defensive shift that I was telling you about earlier. Center fielder Montgomery comes in. Getz goes from right field to center field. And so they add an infielder with Sarkeen at first. And nobody out here in the third inning. Otterbein with the 1-0 lead. First pitch, fastball just outside. So Montgomery, who is the center fielder, is actually about 3 steps to the first base side of second base. That one is slapped into center, and it is Getz who comes over to make the catch, and then quickly throws it to first base to try to get the double up, but not in time. So Getz actually catches it, so if you're keeping score, it is actually a fly ball to 9, which is the right fielder, who was playing in center field. So they pitched it to perfection for what the defense was doing, and Maddie Flasco will step in. She singled her first time up. Shows the bunt, but takes the ball low. So Sarkeen still at first, 1 out. 1 run on 2 hits for Otterbein. No runs on no hits for DePauw. We're in the third. And she tried to bunt that and missed it. Kind of stabbed at it. It'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-handed hitting second baseman as Flasco awaits Pitch is outside, 2-1. Sarkeen not much of a threat to go. Only a couple of stolen bases in 2 attempts. Otterbein has 3 base runners who have been able to steal 12 bases or more. There's a foul ball. That evens the count at 2-2. Pretty similar to what DePauw does on the bases. They have 3 that have 10 steals or more. Otterbein does have the one real speedster in Molly Riggs, who has 25 steals on the season. Riggs bats out of the number 5 slot in the batting order. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Struck her out swinging. So Flasco is out. Second strikeout recorded by Brooke Bandy. And now she'll work to Bailey McElwain. McElwain drew a walk in the opening inning. Pitch is outside. Good backhand stop in the dirt by Sydney Holler. Holler taking a look over at the dugout down the third base side. That's where the Tigers are situated. Getting the pitch call. Flashes it down. High fly ball. Shallow right field. Gets coming in. Still coming in. Makes the catch on the run. And that will do it in the third. No runs for Otterbein in the third inning. No hits, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's Otterbein leading DePauw 1-0.
No runs and no hits, no DePauw errors, and 1 runner left on base. Division III student athletes are encouraged to discover themselves by pursuing their interests beyond the field of play, to develop into well-rounded individuals by participating in activities outside of the classroom, and to dedicate themselves to achieving their full potential in sport and in life. Discover, develop, dedicate. That's the Division III experience. To learn more about Division III, visit ncaa.org/D3.
Bottom third of the order for the Tigers of DePauw here in the third inning. Bass, Byers, and Sarkeesian against the right-handed slants of Gabby Johnson. And Johnson fires in a strike. Johnson has set down all 6 Tigers she has faced so far. Bass, the third baseman, with a .337 average. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bunt foul toward third. Well, the winner of this regional will move on to a super regional against the winner of the regional hosted by Barry in Georgia. And taking a look at that regional that started yesterday as well. Transylvania. Yes, there is a Transylvania. They beat Emory and Henry 4-1. There's a strike and a strike 3 as Bass goes down swinging, and Kathleen Byers will step in. The host team, Barry, beat Thomas More 3-0. And then in the first game today, Transylvania, well, probably an upset. Upset the host team, Barry, 6-0. So Transylvania is the team that moves on to Sunday in that regional that will face the winner of this regional. Emory and Henry taking on Thomas More in an elimination game right now. The winner of that will take on Barry, and then the winner of that will move on to take on Transylvania tomorrow. Foul ball down the left field line, harmlessly into the green real estate. Off the bat of Byers. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, bases empty. We're in the third. 1-0. Otterbein with the advantage on a solo home run by Tori Speakman. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Gabby Johnson. And it's a strike, 1-2. Johnson in her sparkling 16-1 record. Tried to get her to go fishing on the outside corner, but Byers wouldn't take the bait. Evens up the count at 2-2. Deep in the box awaiting the pitch, and it's outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 run on 2 hits for Otterbein. No runs, no hits for DePauw. Bottom of the 3rd. Here's the 3-2. Fouled away. A full count to Kathleen Byers, and another foul ball. So Byers hanging tough in there against the tough right-hander Gabby Johnson. New supply of softballs being brought in for plate umpire James Basinger. Stores them away for future use. Here's the 3-2. Pop up, shallow left center, and a running catch made by McElwain. 2 outs here in the 3rd. That'll bring up Andy Sarkeesian. Sarkeesian, a 180 hitter on the season. Yeah, Sarkeesian, it looks like, is going to be pinch hit for here. Going to get a right-handed hitter to come in. Looks like Julia Bork is going to hit for Sarkeesian. So Bork for Sarkeesian here in the 3rd inning. She'll swing and foul it back over the press box and out of play for strike 1. Two outs, bases empty, bottom of the 3rd. Otterbein with a 1-0 lead. High and tight evens the count at 1-1. Bork with a .298 season batting average. Takes a really close look at a pitch that is just outside, 2-1. Bork with no home runs and 8 runs batted in. Playing in her 26th game. She got 14 regular season starts. There's a strike called, 2-2. Gabby Johnson fires the 2-2 pitch. High pop fly, foul ground. Does Sarkeesian have room? She does, right in front of the dugout of the Tigers, and the inning is over. Nothing across for DePauw in the 3rd. We'll go to the 4th inning. Otterbein 1 and DePauw nothing.
In the bottom of the 3rd, DePauw had no runs and no hits, no Otterbein errors, and no runners left on base. Are you looking for tickets to an upcoming championship? Or did you buy tickets and can no longer attend? Buy and sell with confidence at the NCAA Ticket Exchange, knowing tickets are authentic and 100% guaranteed. For more information, visit ncaa.com/exchange. Fans, you can now access the official NCAA digital game program on your mobile device, tablet, or laptop free of charge. Visit ncaa.com/game programs for an inside look at today's championship.
We start heading into the middle innings here in this second game of a triple header at Scots Park in Alma. Fourth inning on tap for the Cardinals of Otterbein. Megan Garner to start things off. Garner 0 for 1, struck out swinging to end the first inning. Only run of the ball game, a solo home run with one out in the second inning by Otterbein's catcher Tori Speakman. It's 1-0 Cardinals. 1 ball and no strikes on Garner. Garner, Riggs, and Speakman here in the fourth. That misses low and away, ball 2. Outfield shaded around toward left for the left-handed hitter. And Bandy's 2-0 pitch. Caught the outside edge for a strike, 2-1. Andy Sarkeesian, who was hit for in the third inning, re-enters the game and stays in left field defensively for DePauw. Andy just misses inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Winner moves along. The loser's season is done in this double elimination tournament. Here's a 3-1. Big cut and a miss, 3-2. The host team, Alma College, awaiting the winner of this game. There's the 3-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. So yesterday, the 2 games, Illinois Wesleyan over Otterbein 3-2 with 2 runs in the 7th. Alma beat DePauw 9-1 in a 5-inning shortened game. There's a pop fly, shallow left. This one could drop, and it gets past the sliding Sarkeesian, and to second goes Garner. That'll be a 2-base hit for Megan Garner. Good effort by Sarkeesian. Just couldn't get there. And the Cardinals have a runner at second with nobody out. And we might get a runner as Molly Riggs gets set to bat. And we do have a runner at second base. And that's going to be Shy Rowe. So Rowe, the runner for Garner. Riggs to bat with nobody out. The earlier game today, our first game of 3, Illinois Wesleyan came up again with a late run. A run in the bottom of the 7th inning to break a 3-3 tie to defeat Alma 4-3. Illinois Wesleyan moves to the noon first of 2 possible championship games on Sunday. Team that perseveres and gets through here today without losing another one will take on Wesleyan at noon and then have to win a second game at 2:30 tomorrow. Here's the 1-0 for the slap hitter, and it's 2-0. Riggs is 0 for 1, lined it back to the pitcher, her first time, and now there's a conference in the circle. 1 run, 3 hits for Otterbein. No runs, no hits for DePauw. Two balls and no strikes. Nobody in right field as they move that infield in. That one's off the glove of the pitcher and then off the glove of the shortstop Farah. No advance by Rowe, but Riggs is on with a hit. So an infield single. Runners at first and second. And the Cardinals are kicking up their heels a bit here in the 4th inning. And we might get a pitching change here. And it looks like we will. So the Tigers are going to make a change in the circle as they bring on Emma Baldwin to take over in the circle. So Baldwin, the new pitcher, will take her warm-up tosses. She's a right-hander, a junior out of Oak Park, Illinois, at the Oak Park River Forest High School. And Emma Baldwin will be making her 31st appearance. She had 8 starts during the regular year, but mostly in relief. A win-loss record of 8 wins and 8 losses and an earned run average of 1.77. Baldwin has worked far and away the most innings of anyone on this team, but it's the first appearance that we have seen in the tournament. Baldwin 111 innings this year, giving up 95 hits. 28 earned runs, but 53 total runs. So she's been the victim of some fielding miscues behind her. 26 walks, 133 strikeouts. So she has a pretty good strikeout pitch with 133 and 111 innings. Yesterday we saw the other 2 pitchers, Bandy and Piper. Today it has been Bandy and now Baldwin. So Baldwin with number 0 on her back. Actually, it's 00, 0-0 for her number, and she will face Tori Speakman, who has become the power hitting force for Otterbein. And now she bunts back toward the pitcher. Nice play by Baldwin to field it and throw her out, but a nice sacrifice bunt for Speakman. So 1 out, but the runners advance. There's Rachel Owens now with a chance to drive in some runs for Otterbein. Owens 0 for 1 has grounded back to the pitcher. And Baldwin's pitch is a strike call. Rowe, the pinch runner at third. Briggs at second and 1 out. 4th inning, Otterbein trying to increase their 1-0 lead. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Fly ball, right center, gets coming over, tries to make the catch. No, it drops. 1 run will come in. And to second, safely sliding in as the throw comes in there is Owens with a 2-base hit that drives in 1 run. Getz made a nice effort at it, made a leaping, diving attempt, and got glove on it, but just could not squeeze it. Now they're going to make sure that she's all right. She's actually shaking her glove hand that she might have hit first on the ground when she came sliding, trying to make the catch. So they're going to go take a look at Liz Getz. But in the process, Rachel Owens with the run-producing double, making it a 2-0 ball game. And the Cardinals will still have 2 in scoring position, second and third, 1 out. They will go out and take a look at Liz Getz. It was a nice, solid effort out there in right field. Almost got it. But when she hit the ground, ball popped out of the glove. She'll stay in. She says she's all right. Nikki Weaver is scheduled to hit, the designated player. Conference continues in the circle for the Tigers. That will break up. So 3 hits here in this inning. That run is charged to the starting pitcher, Bandy. And she's responsible for the runner at third as well before her book will be closed. Left-handed hitting Nikki Weaver. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. And it's a good one, strike 1. 2 runs on 5 hits for Otterbein. No runs on no hits for DePauw. Here's the 0-1. Way outside, evens the count at 1-1. Baldwin with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. 1-2. That one was up in the eyes of Mickey Weaver. Inning started with a Megan Garner double. Molly Riggs with an infield single, and after a sacrifice, Rachel Owens drove in a run with a double. Pop up, back of third, foul ground and caught. Bass puts it away. That's a big out for Baldwin. Second out of the inning, and now she can get out of it with just the one run coming in if she can get Savannah Sarkeen. Sarkeen, a .235 hitter, walked in her only plate appearance. 2-0, Otterbein with the lead here in the fourth. Baldwin's first pitch. And it's high, ball one. Here's the 1-0. Big cut and a miss, 1-1. Brooke Bandy went the first three plus two hitters into this fourth inning. Alma Baldwin has given up a sacrifice, a double, and then got the pop out. Working to Savannah Sarkeen. Here's the 1-1. That one is up high. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Got it off the end of the bat, staying alive. Pace of the game has slowed down considerably here in this fourth inning. Tigers do not want to give up any more runs, especially with Gabby Johnson in the circle for Otterbein, who has been outstanding. Swing and a miss. Down she goes, and down go the Cardinals in the fourth, but not before they pick up a tally. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Otterbein 2 and DePauw nothing.
DePauw errors and 2 runners left on base. At this time, we proudly request that any current or former members of our armed forces please stand to be recognized. A big thank you to those who have served our country.
Top of the order for DePauw here in the bottom of the fourth. Otterbein's right-hander Gabby Johnson has faced the minimum through 3. First pitch bunt, back to Johnson. To first, low throw, but dug out of there by Flasco, the second baseman covering for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Liz Getz will bat for the second time. Getz 0 for 1 with a pop to third. 2-0, Otterbein on top of DePauw. Slap hitter runs up and takes the ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. One of these teams will have to pack the gear up and go home. The other one will have to get warmed up for another game. Winner takes on Alma College in our third and final game this afternoon. 2-0 on Getz. Bouncer to short, waiting for the hop is Shaw, and her throw is low and in the dirt. Not sure if it was going to be in time anyway. Getz got down the line in a hurry. And that's going to be ruled a base hit, which is the right call. I'm not sure that throw is going to get her anyway. So Getz with the single. First hit of the ball game for DePauw. A one-out infield single. Once Shaw had to wait for the big hop, she actually had to back up just a little bit on it. That gave Getz that extra step, and her speed got her down the line. Gabby Smart 0 for 1. Fly ball, left field line, McElwain in foul ground to put it away. So one pitch swinging Gabby Smart is out. 2 outs, and it'll leave it to Lauren Godden. Godden grounded to first in her only at bat. 2-0, Otterbein with the lead. We're in the 4th. That ball gets by, and it will advance the runner. And it might have even hit the batter. It did. So Godden hit by the pitch. That'll put 2 runners aboard with 2 outs. And we saw some hit batters in the Alma, Illinois Wesleyan game. As a matter of fact, the hit batter was a very important part of the final inning, where the Titans of Wesleyan came back to score a run to break the 3-3 tie and win it by the final of 4-3. The hit batter didn't score. She was forced out at home, but that started the inning, and eventually the rotation worked its way around where Wesleyan scored the winning run, but it was a hit batter that started that inning. Here's Sydney Holler 0 for 1, and a strike called. Holler flied to left her first time up. Foul ball back, strike 2. 2 runs, 5 hits for Otterbein. No runs, 1 hit for DePauw. Oh, 0-2 on the catcher, Sydney Holler. Foul ball back. Holler with a team leading 7 home runs this season for DePauw. Tied for the team lead in runs batted in with 27. Way high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gabby Johnson has used her defense behind her today. Only 1 strikeout. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Little pop and a 1-hop short hop to second baseman Flasco, who puts Holler away for the final out. No runs, a 1 hit, 2 left. 4 innings complete. It's Otterbein leading DePauw 2-0.
DePauw had no runs and 1 hit, no Otterbein errors, and 2 runners left on base. The NCAA opposes all forms of legal and illegal sports wagering, as it has the potential to undermine the integrity of sports contests and jeopardizes the welfare of student athletes and the intercollegiate athletics community. For more information, go to don'tbetonit.org.
We move to the 5th inning. Otterbein with a 2-0 lead over DePauw. Top of the order for the Cardinals. Shortstop Allison Shaw to be followed by Flasco and McElwain. Shaw 0 for 2 has grounded out and flied to right. And pops this one up. Could be in play, it is. Caught by the catcher Holler. 1 pitch, 1 out. There's Maddie Flasco, the second baseman. Flasco with a single and a strikeout. That single, one of 5 hits that the Cardinals have off 2 different pitchers. Brooke Bandy started. Emma Baldwin relieved. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. The starter Bandy worked 3 innings plus 2 batters into the 4th. Gave up 2 runs, both were earned runs. And she gave up 4 of the 5 base hits. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 walks and a strikeout, the official line for Bandy. So 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. And then Baldwin has worked now an inning and a third. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Ground ball, nice diving stop by Bass. She gets up, she fires, and out at first is Flasco. Nice play. Bass with the diving effort for out number 2. As the sun shines down upon Scots Park and then goes away just as soon as I said that, Bailey McElwain will step up. A walk and a fly out. 0 for 1. 2-0. Otterbein on top. Big cut and a miss. Strike 1. Cardinals got a single run in the second on a 1-out solo home run by Tori Speakman. Her second of the tournament and second of her career. And a single tally in the 4th inning. There's a strike, 0-2. A double, an infield hit, a sacrifice, and then a Rachel Owens double to drive home the run in that 4th. 2-strike offering. Fly ball, right field, hit pretty well, gets way back. She has the room just in front of the warning track to put her away. And the Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in the 5th. Nothing across. In the top of the 5th, we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Otterbein 2 and DePauw nothing.
In the top of the 5th, Otterbein had no runs and no hits, no DePauw errors, and no runners left on base. Do you plan to play college sports? Visit ncaa.org/playcollegesports to learn more about NCAA eligibility requirements. NCAA Teamworks is a community-based program driven by the NCAA, its member schools, student athletes, and corporate champions and partners to actively engage in outreach efforts where national championships are played. Providing disaster relief efforts, youth clinics, and education support, the NCAA and its partners work together to leave a lasting legacy in each community we visit. For more information, visit ncaa.com/teamwork.
Otterbein right-hander Gabby Johnson has not been overpowering in this game, but she has been very, very steady and frustrating the DePauw offense. She has a 2-0 lead and a foul ball back off the bat of Jordan Farah to start the bottom of the 5th. Farah, Bass, and Byers against Johnson. Tigers have just 1 hit, an infield single by Liz Getz in the 4th. Johnson has struck out 1. There's a fly ball. Foul ground, left field line, caught by McElwain, the left fielder. 1 out in the 5th. Here comes Abby Bass, the third baseman. Bass was that lone strikeout victim leading off the 3rd. Tigers have been able to get just 1 base runner in scoring position in this game. Pitch in the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. That was last inning on that infield hit and a hit batter. But Johnson was able to get a ground ball off the bat of Sydney Holler to end it. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bass. That one floats a little high, 2 balls and no strikes. Meanwhile, the Cardinals a solo run in the second and 1 in the fourth. They lead it 2-0. Johnson's 2-0 pitch. Fly ball, shallow right center coming in. The center fielder, Riggs, to make the catch. And a nice job of communicating there with the right fielder, Owens, and the second baseman, Flasco, to put it away on the run. And there are 2 outs. It's Kathleen Byers, the first baseman, 0 for 1. Fly to left her first time in. Otterbein, 2 runs, 5 hits. DePauw, no runs, 1 hit. Byers takes low, 1 ball, no strikes. Swing, fly ball, left center, and caught by Riggs. And 3 fly ball outs in the 5th inning in pretty quick fashion for Gabby Johnson. Nothing across. 5 innings complete here at Scots Park in Alma, Michigan. It's Otterbein 2 and DePauw 0.
Gain an inside look and behind-the-scenes access to your favorite Division III student athletes, championships, and sports. Follow NCAA Division III on Facebook and Twitter for all of your Division III updates, and join the conversation by using the hashtags NCAAD3 and YD3.
The middle of the Otterbein batting order will traipse up to the plate here in the 6th inning against reliever Emma Baldwin. 4, 5, and 6, Garner, Riggs, and Speakman. Otterbein with a 2-0 lead. Winner of this game takes on Alma College in our final game of the day. Garner has a double and a strikeout and has scored 1 of the 2 Cardinal runs. She led off the 4th inning with the double. Pitch from Baldwin is low. First time she's facing Baldwin, her double was off the starter Brooke Bandy leading off that 4th inning. Bandy worked 2 batters in the 4th before being relieved. Here's the 1-0. Big cut and a miss, 1-1. Christine Steinitz, the head coach, down the line at 3rd. Saw a very similar game yesterday kind of unfold in the late going. I wonder what is in the back of the mind of the Cardinals a little bit. They were rolling along yesterday with a 2-0 lead. Illinois Wesleyan scored 1 in the 6th and then 2 in the 7th to win it in heartbreaking fashion if you're Otterbein. Here's the 2-1, way high. 3 balls and a strike. And on the flip side, if you're DePauw, you're feeling okay because yesterday at this point, you were being mercied 9-1 by Alma. Just a knock and then a blast and you're tied up again. Here's a 3-1. Line drive, left field base hit. Garner goes the other way with a solid single to left. 6 hits now for Otterbein. That'll bring up Molly Riggs. Riggs with an infield hit in 2 at-bats, 1 for 2. A .441 hitter, but more than likely in a sacrifice situation here as the Cardinals try to get a runner in scoring position. in at first and third as the Tigers defensively are thinking the same thing. And the slap hitter runs up and takes ball one. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Otterbein. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for DePauw. We're in the 6th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike on Riggs. If you're thinking straight steal, probably not for Garner, who has only 2 attempts. Foul ball, this will get out of play, just beyond the dugout of the Tigers down that third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baldwin has struck out 1. Has allowed 2 base hits since she came into the ball game. And the 1-2 pitch, slapped foul. Bounced past third. Back to first base goes Garner. Cardinals scored a single run in the second on the home run by Speakman and a single tally in the fourth on an RBI double by Owens. Ball way outside, 2-2. Catcher Sidney Holler faked a snap throw to first. Nobody was covering, but the runner Garner still dove back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball down the first baseline. Riggs was just trying to take that pitch with her and run down the line with it. Wasn't able to keep it fair. Wearing number 7 on her back with that red bow in her ponytail. Awaits the pitch. Here it comes. Stays alive by just getting a piece of it. Of the 6 hits that the Cardinals have been able to get in this game, 3 came in 1 inning. The other 3 have all been spread out among the 3 other innings. And strike 3 as Riggs swings through it. Second strikeout for Baldwin, first out of the inning. Here comes Tori Speakman, who all of a sudden has become the power factory for these Cardinals. A home run yesterday, a home run today. Also laid down a nifty sacrifice bunt in that 4th inning that helped continue the inning, and eventually they brought a run home. Pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. Speakman has also raised her average above 300. Started the day at 305. Her 1-for-1 official day today will pop that up a few points as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 1-1. Her home run yesterday went to left center. Her home run today went to straightaway center field. One ball, 1 strike. Way high and outside, snap throw. Runner gets the hand back in safely. 2-1 on Speakman. Top half of inning number 6. The story so far in this game has been the pitching of Gabby Johnson for the Cardinals of Otterbein. She has tossed a nifty 1-hitter through 5 innings. There's the 2-1. Off the handle and fouled back, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on the catcher, Tori Speakman. As Emma Baldwin delivers the 2-2. Just outside, 3-2. Off-speed pitch, floated to the outside, but Baldwin couldn't nip the corner on it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled back to stay alive. Megan Garner started the inning with a single. Molly Riggs struck out. That's where we stand. 3-2 now on Speakman. And they'll do it again with a payoff. Here it comes. Struck her out swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Baldwin. 2 outs in the 6th. There's Rachel Owens. Owens a double and a ground out. Her double drove in a run. The 2nd run of the game in the 4th inning. RBI number 26 for Owens with that double. Baldwin misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. That one right down the middle, 1-1. Garner still over there at first base. She led off the inning with that single. Grounder back to Baldwin. She'll run toward first and underhand to complete the 3rd and final out. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Otterbein leading DePauw 2-0.
No runs on 1 hit, no DePauw errors, and 1 runner left on base. Fans, your opinion matters. Please visit ncaa.com/feedback to take a survey and tell us about your experience at today's events. Pitch hitting for DePauw, number 42, Kat Panos.
DePauw looking for some offense here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They'll go to the bench and bring a pinch hitter in. Kat Panos will lead things off. And Gabby Johnson's first pitch, a changeup, is high, 1-0. Panos playing in her 28th game has a .286 batting average. A home run and 6 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter. Foul ball back, 1-1. Panos, a sophomore out of Barrington, Illinois. 1 ball, 1 strike. Panos batting out of the number 9 slot in the order. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Montgomery and Getz to follow here in the 6th inning. Otterbein with a 2-0 lead. Pop foul ground off 3rd and caught by Sarkeen. 1 up, 1 gone in the Tigers' 6th inning. Megan Montgomery is 0 for 2, fly to center and a grounder back to the circle. Only 1 hit for DePauw in this game, an infield single with 1 out in the 4th inning by Liz Getz, who will be waiting on deck. Fastball inside from Gabby Johnson. Johnson had a 16-0 regular season. Suffered her first loss of the year yesterday in the come-from-behind win by Illinois Wesleyan. And you never know what the mindset's going to be after suffering a first loss, but she has come back with a vengeance today. She has been very, very solid and Not striking out a whole lot, not overpowering, but doing exactly what she needs to do. Pitching to contact today and not walking anybody, but she has fallen behind 3-0 on Montgomery. And just misses there. So ball 4, a 4-pitch walk, which is something that Johnson has not done all day. First walk issued. Here's Liz Getz. Getz 1 for 2, an infield single, the only hit allowed by Johnson. Well, this is where it started unraveling just a bit yesterday for Otterbein. They gave up a run in the 6th and then 2 in the 7th and ended up losing by a run. Here's a bunt attempt foul. So they'll try to exercise all the demons right here in this 6th inning. DePauw hanging in there, just down 2. 1 on, 1 out, 6th inning. Otterbein 2 runs on 6 hits. DePauw no runs on just that single. There's the 0-1.
So probably not.
Missed low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Getz.
Bottom of the 6th, got 1 more inning if you wanted me then, but
Yeah, Johnson working through the tough part of the order right now with Getz, followed by Smart and Godden. And then the power bat of Holler. Slap foul, backing out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Okay, thanks, Abby. I will. I already am. Bye.
Johnson ready to work. Here it comes, and it's high, 2-2. Montgomery in stolen bases. One of 3 Tigers in double figures. She is second on the team with 11 steals in 14 tries. Pitch low and outside, and it goes 3-2. So after a 4-pitch walk to Montgomery, Johnson has fallen behind, and the full count now on Getz. The 3-2 pitch. Swing, ground ball, right side, fielded by the second baseman Flasco. Nice flip to first with her momentum taking her toward the line. Still able to get the out at first base for out number 2. Montgomery moves to second. So that leaves it up to Gabby Smart. Smart, the leading hitter on this team with a .398 average. She is 0 for 2 today. Has popped to short and flied to left. Montgomery in scoring position with 2 outs. Swinging a foul ball back over the press box and out of play. Otterbein 2, DePauw nothing. Winner survives and plays another time today. The losing team will be eliminated from the regional. 1 strike on Smart. That missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So wind in the pitch. That bounces up there, 2-1. Gabby Johnson taking a little bit more time here in the 6th inning. Step back behind the circle. Now she's in. On the slab and readies. 2-1 pitch. Foul fly. Should get out of play over the bullpen, and it does. And it'll even up the count at 2-2. Otterbein scored a run in the 2nd and 1 in the 4th for their total of 2. DePauw has been shut out so far by Gabby Johnson. Montgomery at second, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. That one bounces up there, 3-2. Lauren Godden would bat if Smart can keep the inning alive. And there's ball 4, missed inside. Second walk of the inning issued by Gabby Johnson. Runners at first and second. And just like that, the Tigers will bring a potential leader onto the plate with 2 outs in the 6th inning. It's also going to signal Christine Steinis to go out to the circle to settle down her pitcher. The 2 walks issued by Johnson in this inning are the only 2 walks she's given up in this game. Not sure if it's a matter of fatigue at this point. She went the distance yesterday. And they're going to have to ride her the rest of the way, I would think. And also, if they end up winning and going to the next game, here's a pinch runner for DePauw. Sarah Beischer is going to run for Smart. So Beischer is the runner. Montgomery is the runner at second, Beischer at first. And Lauren Godden, who's 0 for 1, plus she's been hit by a pitch. .288 batting average. Right-handed hitter. Pop fly, foul fly, and up against the fencing and just off the glove of Garner. Made a good effort at it. Just about got to it, but it was dying right near the fencing in front of the Cardinals dugout. Couldn't reach down to get it as it hit that fence. So 1 strike on Godden, who is still alive. Here's Johnson's pitch. Fly ball, foul ground, deep down in the left field corner, but out of play. Strike 2. Two runs, 6 hits for Otterbein. No runs, 1 hit for DePauw. But DePauw with the go-ahead run standing at the plate in the form of designated player Lauren Godden. And the 0-2 pitch spins outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The throw back to the pitcher caroms off her glove, but recovered by Flasco. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Just reached out and got a piece of it. Didn't even take a full swing. So Godden's still alive in there against Gabby Johnson. Good battle here in the 6th inning. A cleanup hitter, Godden, against Gabby Johnson. Fly ball left field and hit well. Way back, still going back, and it's going to be up against the fence. 1 run will score. Here comes Beischer to score, and we are tied at 2-2. Lauren Godden with the double up against the fencing in left field. Didn't miss the home run by much. But just like that, 1 swing of the bat, only the 2nd hit of the ball game, and it knots up the ball game at 2 runs apiece. And boy, those walks will haunt you. Both of the runs that scored were via the free pass. And we're going to get a pitching change. So that is going to do it for Johnson. And a new pitcher coming in. It's going to be Rachel Owens. So Lauren Godden comes through in a big way to tie the game. Rachel Owens takes over for Gabby Johnson. And Owens moves in from right field. So we'll get a new right fielder. And that's going to be Kelly Jackson. So Jackson for Owens in right. Owens for Johnson in the circle. And Sydney Holler coming to the plate. And Holler is the leading power hitter for DePauw. 7 home runs. Holler is 0 for 2 in this one. A fly to left and a ground out. And for Rachel Owens, 9 wins and 4 losses, making her 19th appearance. Most of them have been as a starting pitcher, just her 4th relief appearance. 73 innings this year, has given up 76 hits and struck out 48. Here's Holler, swings at the first pitch and misses, strike one. 2-2 game. Boy, deja vu for Otterbein. Back-to-back days they have had a 2-0 lead heading to the 6th inning. The 0-1 is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Gabby Johnson apparently just ran out of gas a little bit and lost her control a bit in the 6th inning and walked a pair. Now it's up to Owens to try to keep this game at a 2-2 tie. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Godden with the big hit. And a pinch runner down there at second base. Swing and a miss. Struck her out to end the inning, but not before the Tigers of DePauw tie the ball game with a couple of runs. And now before the inning is over, the coaches want to know, is that strike 3? And it was strike 3. So for DePauw, 2 runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. 6 innings complete. DePauw and Otterbein tied at 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder that following the end of the game, we will be taking each team to its 10-minute cool-down area. We ask parents and fans of both teams to allow the teams to proceed directly to the cool-down area immediately following the game. Thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, before the teams leave for the cool-down, we invite you to remain seated for the end of this game and the award ceremony.
Here we go to the 7th inning. All of a sudden, we are now deadlocked at 2-2. Otterbein will bat with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here in the 7th inning. Nikki Weaver to start it off. Weaver 0 for 2. Has lined out, ricocheted off the pitcher's glove to the shortstop in the air, and then flied to third base. Shading around toward left for the left-handed hitter here to start off the 7th inning in this 2-2 game. This is the top of the 7th inning. First pitch from Emma Baldwin is low. Well, the 2-run rally by DePauw has taken Brooke Bandy off the hook. Brand new ball game, a foul back 1-1. Also, the numbers and the book are now final on Gabby Johnson's day. She worked 5 2/3, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, both earned, walked 2, and struck out 1. And both of the walks came back to score runs. Here's the 1-1. Bounces up there, 2-1 on Weaver. New left fielder is Mina Shaw. Took over for Sarkeesian out there in left. There's a strike, 2-2. Montgomery stays in center field. And Getz is still in right, so just the change of Shaw in left. pop up deep shortstop. Farah back on the grass to put it away, out number 1. Going to get a hitter here for Sarkeen in the 9 spot. It's going to be Casey Morris. So Morris to hit with 1 out. Morris with a .320 batting average, playing in her 25th game. Couple of home runs and 12 runs batted in this season. First pitch, way in tight, and it hit the handle of the bat for a foul ball. Well, that was bearing in on her, but it hit the bat instead, strike 1. No balls and a strike to Morris. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now, Emma Baldwin has been very solid since she has come in relief of Brooke Bandy. Gave up just the 1 hit. It was an RBI double back in the 4th, but since then, only a single to Garner. The only hit allowed since, and there's a floater way high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Otterbein scored 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th to take a 2-0 lead. DePauw back with 2 in the 6th, and we stand at 2-2 in the 7th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3, struck her out. That'll be 5 strikeouts. Make that 4 strikeouts rung up by Baldwin. So Baldwin with 4. Bandy had 1 while she was in there. And top of the order now for Allison Shaw. Shaw is 0 for 3 from the leadoff spot. 2 runs, 6 hits for Otterbein. 2 runs, 2 hits for DePauw. Top of the 7th. Fastball and a strike. Looking forward to the bottom of the 7th inning. DePauw will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup. Here's the 1 strike offering. Fouled out of play, strike 2. Now this game very much like the opening game that we had. One team took a lead, the other team came back to tie it. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. They go down in order. Nice job by Emma Baldwin as she gets Otterbein down 1-2-3 in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Mr. Scolton, you are wanted at the gate. Please stick around for the award ceremony directly following this game.
Here we go, bottom of the 7th inning in a 2-2 deadlock. The Tigers of DePauw, who have fought back from a 2-0 deficit to tie it at 2, with a chance to walk this one off. They can pick up a run. Jordan Farah, the shortstop, to start it off, and Farah hits it into the gap in right center. It's up against the fence. Farah rounding first, heading for second. She slides into second with a double. Only the third hit of the ball game for the Tigers of DePauw, but it's the second extra base hit, and that's a big one to lead off the 7th inning. So Farah at second represents the winning run here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Tigers. And Abby Bass will come up and more than likely be asked to sacrifice the runner to third. Bass 0 for 2 has struck out swinging and flied to center field. Runner in scoring position, no outs in the 7th. Rachel Owens, who came on in relief in the 6th inning and got a strikeout, working here. Here's a bunt right in front of the plate. Good bunt. Pick up by the catcher Speakman to throw the runner out, but it's a nifty sacrifice for Bass, and the winning run is now at third base with 1 out. Kathleen Byers will be the batter. Byers 0 for 2 has flied to left and flied to center. And now Christine Steinis wants to gather her team to talk strategy. What do we do? Who do we want to face at this point? Do we want to set up force outs? What do we do? And that is the conversation right now with the runner at third and 1 out. Byers, who was not in the lineup yesterday, a 175 batting average on the season, but she has put the bat on the ball twice. And a fly ball deep enough here could be enough for a tag and at least a chance to score the winning run. Conversation with coaches over. The team stays in the circle to talk it up a little more. And now they will break it up. 2-2 tie, bottom of the 7th. Otterbein was in this situation yesterday. Got down to a final strike a couple of different times and just couldn't put it away. See what they can do in this situation. Farah at third, 1 out. Byers digging in against Rachel Owens. Infield is in, trying to cut down a run at the plate, and the pitch is outside. Outfield also has to play shallow enough where they think they could make a throw to the plate on a tag up. So everybody in a few steps more than they normally would be. Here's the 1-0. Swing, foul ball up the end of the bat, 1-1. Winner plays another game here this afternoon. Double elimination, one team's season is over. Byers back in. Owens is ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just outside, didn't miss by much, 2-1. Speakman, the catcher, kind of turns around to the umpire and says, was it low, was it outside? Just wanted to get a feel for that. Here's the 2-1. And there's a strike, 2-2. Owens came on to strike out Holler to end the 6th inning. She really needs a strikeout here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, winning run at third. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third, holding the runner. Double clutch and a throw, and they still get. Then the ball drops out. She's safe. Ruled safe at first base. The runner at third, Farah, stayed put. It was a double clutch by the third baseman, Sarkeen. And it looked like the throw was going to be there in time, but runner and fielder kind of collided there, and that's going to be ruled an error on the first baseman. So first and third, 1 out. That was a big play. A second out there would have been huge for the Cardinals. Instead, now it's going to be another batter coming up. And it's going to be Shaw who bats in the 9 spot. So Mina Shaw, batting for the very first time, has the winning run at third. First and third, 1 out. And Shaw calls time as she heads down to talk things over. Shaw, playing in her 36th game, has a batting average of .311. No home runs, 3 runs batted in. She has 2 extra base hits on the year among her 14 hits total. Shaw came in defensively into left field and took over that number 9 spot. So a big spot for Shaw. Only a freshman. So a freshman trying to move DePauw along here in the regional, keep them alive. 1 ball, no strikes. Winning run is at third. That's Farah. She doubled to start the inning. Here's the 1-0 for the slap hitter, and a strike called. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Shaw awaits the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Popped it up on the infield. It's going to be caught by the shortstop and no advance. A big out for Rachel Owens. And now she can get out of the inning if she can get Megan Montgomery. Montgomery, the leadoff hitter. 0 for 2 officially, but she did walk and score one of the 2 DePauw runs in the 6th inning. So DePauw getting a leadoff double, and she's still out there, this time on third. Montgomery takes outside. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for Otterbein. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for DePauw. Here's the 1-0. Grounder foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. After Farah's double to the fence in right center, she was sacrificed to third. An error allowed a runner to reach, but then a pop to shortstop, giving the Cardinals a chance to get out of it. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball off the glove of the pitcher. Karams to second base. The flip to second is in time to get the force out. And the Cardinals survive the leadoff double here in the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners are left on base. We're going to go extra innings. To the 8th we go, tied at 2. Yeah, let's play some extra softball today. As my old friends in the minor leagues would say, extra luggage here today, and a 2-2 tie as we head to the 8th inning. Maddie Flasco will lead things off for the Cardinals of Otterbein as Emma Baldwin readies the first pitch, and it is in there, strike 1. Baldwin has been solid after coming on in relief. 5 strikeouts for the right-hander, and just 2 hits allowed. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Has not allowed a run. The 2 runs charged to the starting pitcher Bandy, Brooke Bandy. Bandy and Baldwin for DePauw. Johnson and Owens, the pitchers today for Otterbein. Foul ball, left field side. Count stays at 0-2. Flasco, McElwain, and Garner here in the 8th inning. The Alma Scots team sitting in the stands and looking on. They will play the winner of this game. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled back. I would think it can't hurt if you're the team waiting for one of these two teams that you see them having to extend the pitch counts and maybe the fatigue level, knowing that the winning team here has to turn right around and play again. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. But then if you're the team that's waiting, you kind of have in your mind, well, we're playing at this time. We're scheduled at 4 o'clock, and we might not play exactly at that time. Here's the 1-2. That'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not a whole lot of offense going in this game. Single tallies in the 2nd and 4th for the Cardinals. Foul ball, watch out over by the on-deck circle. And a 2 spot in the 6th for DePauw, and then a chance to win it in the 7th, but they are not able to do anything with the leadoff double. Two balls and 2 strikes on Flasco. Foul ball. Flasco singled way back in the opening inning. Since then has struck out swinging and grounded out to 3rd. The 2-2. Foul ball. Got it in on the hands and fought it off. Emma Baldwin having to maneuver right through the heart of this Cardinals batting order. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Possibility. There's a bouncing ball in there for a 3-2 count. Full count on Maddie Flasco. Baldwin is ready, and here comes the 3-2 pitch. It'll pop back of first. This could be trouble. It'll be a base hit. Flasco aboard to lead off the 8th inning. That'll be the 7th base hit of this game for the Cardinals of Otterbein. Bailey McElwain is stepping in next. 0 for 2 plus a walk. And when you look at the middle of this order, they have some power bats and McElwain with 6 home runs, but you're probably in the sacrifice mode right here with a power bat. But it is the right play. There's a ball caught by the 3rd baseman, Bass. Nice play. Diving toward the line, catching it in the air, and taking away the sacrifice attempt. Nice glove play by Abby Bass. So 1 out, runner has to hold. And Megan Garner will come to the plate for the 4th time. She is the one of only 2 players on the Cardinals team with multiple hits, a single and a double, 2 for 3. First pitch fastball, strike at the knees. 2 runs, 7 hits, and an error for Otterbein. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for DePauw. We're in extra innings, top of the 8th. That misses away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Baldwin with the sign and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Flasco has 3 steals and 3 tries this season. She is stationed at first base with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Winner plays Alma College. Loser will be out in this double elimination. And the winner of our final game today will stay alive to play Illinois Wesleyan tomorrow. Pop-up infield at the circle. Baldwin calling, now giving way to Bass, the third baseman, who puts it away. So 2 outs for Molly Riggs. Riggs with an infield single sandwiched between a lineout and a strikeout. She's 1 for 3. So Flasco led off the inning with the single, and she is still standing at first now with 2 outs. Infield moving in a couple of steps with the slap hitter. Foul ball back, strike 1. Looking forward to the DePauw 8th inning. 2, 3, and 4 hitters are scheduled. Getz, Smart, and Godden. And they contributed and put together the 2-run 6th inning that tied the game at 2-2, and that's where we stand in the 8th. Ball low, 1-1 to Riggs. Otterbein got this started in the scoring column back in the 2nd inning. A 1-out solo home run by Tori Speakman to center field. Made it 1-0. Pop back, could be playable. Nice catch by Holler right up against the fence for the final out. No runs on a hit and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2.
In the top of the 8th, Otterbein had no runs on 1 hit, no DePauw errors, and 1 runner left on base.
After a very quiet first 5 innings for the DePauw Tigers with the bats, they came to life in the 6th inning. A couple of walks helped the cause, scoring 2 times to tie the game, and had a chance to win it in the bottom of the 7th inning, getting a leadoff double and then a sacrifice, but they could not push the run home. Here's Liz Getz to start off the 8th inning, and the slap hitter takes a strike. Getz has an infield hit, 1 for 3. Getz, Smart, and Godden. In the bottom of the 8th inning, home half of it. DePauw the home team in this game. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mentioned Speakman, the home run in the 2nd for the Cardinals. In the 4th, a double by Garner and a double by Owens to drive home the run. Make it 2-0. And DePauw scored 2 in the 6th inning, chasing Gabby Johnson from the circle in the process. A 2-1 count on Getz. Swing and a foul tip, 2-2. 2 runs were scored on a walk to Montgomery, a 2-out walk to Smart, and then a 2-run double by Godden. And a 2-2 count now on Getz here in the 8th. Ground ball right back to Owens. To first, out number 1. That'll bring up Gabby Smart. Gabby walked and scored one of those 2 6th inning runs. Officially 0 for 2 is popped to short and flied to left. One ball and no strikes. Rachel Owens came on to strike out Sydney Holler with the go-ahead run at 2nd in the 6th inning. Gave up that leadoff double to Jordan Farah in the 7th inning, but worked her way out of it. Gabby Johnson worked the first 5 2/3 and was rolling until that 6th inning when she walked a pair. This is outside, 2-0 on Smart. It's been Bandy and Baldwin in the circle for DePauw. Checked her swing on an inside pitch, 3-0. Brooke Bandy worked the first 3, gave up the 2 runs on 4 hits. And Baldwin has been in there since the 4th inning. Off-speed pitch and a good one for a strike, 3-1. Three and 1 to Gabby Smart. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball past the pitcher's glove, backhanded by Flasco, and not in time with the throw. The speedy Smart beat it out. Infield hit with a 1 out here in the 8th inning. And here is DePauw's star of the game at this point, Lauren Godden, who had the 2-run double to tie the game in the 6th inning. Godden grounded out in the 2nd, hit by a pitch in the 4th before launching her double to left center in the 6th. Owens starts her off with a strike. One on and 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Trying to keep it away and does, and it hits the outside corner for strike 2. So Owens doing exactly what she wants to do, keep it out of the power zone of Godden and hit the corner. 2-strike pitch on the way. This one too far out there, 1-2. Ground ball, shortstop to second, and it gets away. Smart gets up and is going to head to third. Here's the throw to third base from the right fielder Jackson, not in time. And the winning run is at third base after the error charged on the shortstop, Allison Shaw. So a bad throw and the second fielding error for the Cardinals of Otterbein. And for the second straight inning, the Tigers of DePauw have the winning run at third with 1 out. They were not able to do anything to get that run across in the 7th. An infield pop fly, and then a ricocheted ground ball got them out of the inning. They're going to have to do it in back-to-back innings now. Here comes Sydney Holler. 0 for 3, but the most home runs on the team, 7 with 27 RBIs. Fly to left, ground to second, struck out swinging. Winning run at third, bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Smart at third. Godden at first, 1 out. And the 0-1 pitch, spins outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Tigers of DePauw trying to put an end to this in extra innings. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to third, holding the runner, throwing across to get the out. And the second out moves Godden to second. Now they're at second and third, but with 2 outs. So Owens again gets the ground ball that she needs to keep the Cardinals alive. Jordan Farah will be the batter. She's 1 for 3. Her double in the 7th inning came off Rachel Owens. After she was sacrificed to third, that's where she stood when the inning came to an end. They could not get the run in after the leadoff double. So winning run at third. Runner at second doesn't mean a whole lot at this point. In a 2-2 game in the 8th inning. Farah against Owens. Farah, the right-handed hitting shortstop. Rachel Owens with the pitch, and it's outside, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Can Owens do it for the second straight inning? Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pop fly back of first, but foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Owens has been living on the edge the last 2 innings because her defense has failed her a bit. 2 miscues in the field in the last 2 innings have given the Tigers a chance. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball towards second. Flasco to first, and they get out of it again. The Tigers put a runner at third with less than 2 outs for the second straight inning and not able to bring the run across. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. We're going to go to the 9th, tied at 2. Cardinals of Otterbein dig themselves out of another hole. Back-to-back innings. DePauw had the winning run at third base with less than 2 outs and were not able to get the big hit to bring that winning run in. So Otterbein still alive as we go to the 9th inning. 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up for the Cardinals, including Tori Speakman, who will lead it off. Speakman had a solo home run in the second inning, accounting for 1 of the 2 runs for Otterbein. Sacrificed in the 4th, struck out swinging in the 6th. Emma Baldwin continues in the circle for the Tigers of DePauw. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Baldwin came on to get all 3 outs in the 4th. Since then has allowed just a pair of singles. Both were leadoff singles she had to work around, 1 in the 6th and 1 in the 8th. Total of 5 strikeouts for the right-hander. Way outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs on 7 hits for Otterbein, 2 runs on 4 hits for DePauw. Winner plays immediately following this game against Alma College in another elimination game. Here's the 1-1. Missed outside, 2-1. This is the reason that you are loving to be Illinois Wesleyan, not having to withstand sitting around like Alma is doing right now, waiting for a game time, not having to play these extra innings. A lot of pitches for the pitching staff. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Speakman. Wesleyan probably back in the comfy confines of their local hotel and will come back tomorrow at noon for 1, maybe 2 games. Here's the 2-2 pitch, struck her out. 6 strikeouts now for Baldwin. 1 out in the 9th inning. Rachel Owens started as the right fielder, but now is in the circle. So the pitcher, Owens, 1 for 3, has a double that drove in a run way back in the 4th inning. It seems like a long time ago. That was the last time that the Cardinals put a run on the board. Here's the pitch to Owens. Foul back this way, strike one. Otterbein dropped a heartbreaker yesterday to Illinois Wesleyan 3-2. Had the 2-0 lead in this one. Ground ball to shortstop. Farah backs up, has it, throws to first. Nice play. Got her by a couple of steps. 2 outs. Here's Nikki Weaver, who is 0 for 3, the designated player. Our first game today, Illinois Wesleyan, a 4-3 winner over Alma, picking up a run in their final at-bat to break up a 3-3 tie. A walk-off win. Ground ball down toward first. Boy, that almost jumped back into fair territory. It's kind of hugging the line, but ends up foul. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 9th. A 1-strike pitch. Missed inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. DePauw has had the chances here in the late innings. Otterbein really hasn't had much offense at all. There's a fly ball. Right center field, Montgomery on the horse, puts it away on the run. And they go down in order, 1, 2, 3. Nothing across for Otterbein in the top of the 9th. We'll head to the bottom half of the 9th inning, tied at 2.
No runs and no hits, no DePauw errors, and no runners left on base.
Bottom of the 9th inning, the Tigers of DePauw will send the bottom third up against Rachel Owens. Abby Bass will start things off. And we've already, before we could even start the inning, the trio in blue are converging over near the third base bag. Chatting about something there. 2 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for Otterbein. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for DePauw. DePauw batting in the bottom of the 9th. Winner continues on in this regional tournament. Loser's season will come to an end. Winner plays Alma College in the next game that was scheduled to start at 4, but will be a later start than that. Yeah, now we're going to get a few more conversations with umpires. Umpire Leslie Anderson is walking over and talking in the circle area. Talking with Christine Steinis. So the conversation will continue now. 2 umpires standing down near third. Anderson talking to each coach. And now the players going to head into the dugout. So we have some kind of a delay here on the field that the umpires want to take care of. I don't see anything right offhand that looks like it's a problem on the field. try to keep you on top of what's happening here. It'll give us a chance to recap a game that really doesn't have a whole lot of scoring, but it has a whole lot of drama, especially in the late innings. Otterbein got the scoring started back in the second inning. A one-out solo home run by Torrey Speakman to straightaway center field made it 1-0. Stayed that way until the fourth inning. Megan Garner doubled, was sacrificed to third, and scored on a double by Rachel Owens. That made it 2-0 Otterbein. It stayed that way and was a pretty comfortable 2-0 lead, if that's a comfortable lead, for Gabby Johnson, who was solid through 5 innings but ran out of gas and lost a little control in the 6th inning. Walked a batter with 1 out. With 2 outs, walked another, so 2 on via the free pass. And then a 2-run double by Lauren Godden of DePauw tied the game at 2-2. DePauw had chances to win the game in both the 7th and 8th innings. A leadoff double in the 7th. A sacrifice sent Jordan Farah to third, but they couldn't get her home. A pop out on the infield and a ground out ended it. And then in the 8th inning, similar situation with 1 out, an infield single and a throwing error put runners at first and third, and then second and third with 1 out. But back-to-back ground outs again stymied the chance of the Tigers to win the game in extra innings. So that's where we stand at 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. With a delay of game here, which is exactly what neither team needs at this point. And probably just as important, the Alma Scots are not happy that there's a lot of delay at this point, because they've been sitting in the stands watching, really gearing up for what they thought was a 4 o'clock game, which is going to extend and be even more because of something happening on the field with the umpires, who are converging down behind third base and have now for a good 5+ minutes before the bottom of the 9th inning. Still no word on what the problem is. Always interesting to see the dugouts, what happens during delays. And we have the DePauw team doing some interesting dances down in their dugout, and Otterbein on their side. I'm going to try to get some information here on what's going on. Yeah, we believe now what has happened is one of the umpires might have been hit by an errant softball during the warm-up process. And so we're giving the umpires a chance to either shake it off or maybe bringing the other umpire in, which could be the case as well. So an injury to one of the umpires is what we've been waiting on. There is another umpire. They have a 4-man crew. It's a rotation. And what they've been doing is rotating through the 4 in the games. And so that's a possibility if the injury is serious enough to the umpire who is hurt right now. The 3 umpires who were on the field still are on the field, so they're just trying to find out if he's going to be able to continue in this game or not. And if he is, it's just a matter of giving him time to recover. If it's not, again, we might be waiting for the replacement umpire. And then it would be a matter of how do you rotate the umpires. My guess is that it was the home plate umpire who got hit by the errant throw, but I'm not 100% sure on that. If that's the case, would one of the other umpires rotate behind the plate, or would an umpire actually come in cold and be the plate umpire? So a lot of questions to be answered, and then we'll just have to wait it out. We're going to be in the bottom of the 9th inning in a 2-2 tie here in this elimination game. So unfortunate for the umpire, obviously, and unfortunate for the teams to have to sit and wait this out. Trying to look down in the bullpen to see if anybody actually is keeping warm. Not anything down in the left field corner. Can't see beyond the Otterbein dugout if their pitcher is down there warming up. Probably happy not to have to throw. It's been a long game and a lot of pitches being thrown from both sides. But continuing to wait on the umpires here at Scots Park. Yeah, hopefully everything is going to be okay. As we look forward, the final game today, Alma College taking on the winner of this game. And I'm assuming it's going to be 30 or 40 minutes after the conclusion of this game, because there's a little medal presentation for the team that actually does get bumped here. So there's going to be a little time after the game anyway, and then the team that wins is going to have to get warmed up. Alma's going to have to get warmed up as well. Try to take a look now at see if anything has been updated on the other two MIAA teams that were playing today in a championship game. Trine and Hope were playing. Trine was the undefeated team playing at Wisconsin Whitewater. And no report yet of that game that started at noon. And then the If Necessary game was supposed to start about 2:30, so nothing new on that one. And a little bit earlier I told you about the other regional that this regional feeds into.
Yeah, I just asked. So
A super regional where the two winners will meet, and no updates on that regional either, where Emory and Henry is taking on Thomas More in an elimination game. The winner of that game was going to play host Barry in an elimination game, and Transylvania awaiting the winner. Transylvania won 2 games to head to their Sunday championship. Barry, Georgia is hosting that regional and has been one of the top 5 teams in the nation all season long. So if Transylvania ends up winning that, it would be a minor upset to get past Barry, Georgia. And the two winners of the two regionals will meet in a super regional next weekend at a site to be determined. Well, I think the only good thing about a delay right here is that Alma's athletics director, Stephen Rackley, is seeing a lot of folks go down to the concession stand. The hot dogs and sodas are probably being sold en masse right now, and it helps out the bottom line here at Alma College. Well, now there are, all 3 umpires are still out there. Matter of fact, I think we had the 4th umpire was up here in the press box with us for a while. As the delay continues in this 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 9th. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the fine camera work of Brannon and Schuyler continue on until we get word of what is happening with the umpires, and then we'll come back for the bottom of the 9th inning and a 2-2 deadlock here at Scots Park in Alma. So we do have a new home plate umpire, replacing James Basinger, who was injured on an errant throw, or a throw during the last inning or warm-ups. We're not sure exactly which, but he walked off under his own power and is getting some help from one of the trainers. So Dennis Kostak will take over behind home plate. He was the fourth umpire that's been rotated through this tournament. So Kostak now calling balls and strikes. Abby Bass will bat for DePauw in the bottom of the ninth. And the pitch from Rachel Owens is outside, and we are underway in the bottom of the ninth. We're tied at 2. Bass, Byers, and Shaw are scheduled. And there's ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. So we'll see what the delay did to Rachel Owens, who had to sit it out for, boy, it must have been a 10, 15-minute delay at least. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Bass 0 for 2 plus a sacrifice in this game. Sacrificed the potential winning run to third in the 7th inning, but couldn't get it to score. Foul ball, strike 2, 2-2. 2 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for Otterbein. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for DePauw. Here's the 2-2. Dribbler back to the circle, but foul ball. Took a bite out of Abby Bass, and she is slow to get up. Yeah, she'll have to walk that one off. Took it right off the ankle or bottom part of the leg. Nothing fun about that. So another little delay here as Bass tries to walk off that foul ball off her foot. Down the line she walks very gingerly. Bass, the third baseman. We'll see if she can stay in the game. The count is going to be 2-2. Otterbein came into this game as the 15th ranked team in the country in Division III softball. Moved up 10 spots in the final top 25. They were 25th and popped all the way up to 15th. Now they are holding on for dear life here and trying to send this to a 10th inning. As Bass continues to try to walk it off, now she jogs down the line. So the softball is getting the best of some of the combatants here in this one, from umpires to players. And Bass continues to make sure that she takes enough time to get better, to get back into the batter's box. Getting a little hydration as well. And she will be handed a bat and get back into the box. And it looks like she actually has a little bit of padding down on that left shin area. But it doesn't matter sometimes. Either got above it or below it or square on it, doesn't matter. Those do not feel very good. And boy, she's taking a lot of time. Now they're just going to come out and check to make sure that, hey, how much more time do we need here? The Otterbein coach comes out and says, hey, can my pitcher take some warm-up tosses while this delay is coming through? And now there's no need. So Bass is back in. Rachel Owens, who's had to sit through some delays here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Ready to go to work again with a 2-2 count. Bass digging in. Owens ready to pitch. Into center field. Base hit. Bass didn't look like she ran with the gait that you normally would have down to first base, but she is aboard. And probably there'll be a runner for her down at first base. So a leadoff runner aboard here in the bottom of the ninth inning for DePauw. Yeah, Bass will leave. And it'll be Becca Roberts to run. So Roberts, the pinch runner. That's a gutsy at bat by Abby Bass. Kathleen Byers will dig in. Byers 0 for 3, has flied to left, flied to center. Reached on an error in the 7th inning. That's when the Tigers got a runner to third with less than 2 outs and couldn't score. Did the same thing in the 8th inning. Runner to third, less than 2 outs, didn't score. Runner at first, no outs here in the 9th. Here's the bunt, sacrifice back to the pitcher. Going to go to second and get the force. And the relay bounces away and up against the fencing. So a good play by Owens to turn and get the lead runner. So the sacrifice doesn't work. And there's 1 out with a runner at first now. And Mina Shaw will bat again. Shaw was at the plate in inning number 7 with that runner at third and popped up to the shortstop. Wasn't deep enough to bring the run home. And then another ground out got him out of it. 1 strike now on Shaw, who bats with Byers at first and 1 out. We're in the 9th inning here at Scots Park in Alma. Here's the 1 strike pitch. Slaps another foul. Strike 2. Top of the order waiting on deck. That's Megan Montgomery. Shaw is actually the 4th player to occupy the number 9 spot in the batting order for DePauw. Here's the 2 strike pitch. And she strikes out swinging. So 2 outs. Top of the order for Montgomery. Montgomery 0 for 3 plus a walk. When she did walk, she scored a run back in the 6th inning. One of the 2 DePauw runs. First pitch to Montgomery is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Only 5 base hits in the ball game for DePauw. One of them was that big 2-run double. That's the reason why we are in extra innings. Line drive, base hit, left field. Tigers keep the rally going here in the 9th. 2 on, 2 out for Liz Getz. Getz has a single for 4. And time called again as Getz goes down the line to chat with Erica Hanrahan, the head coach. Getz a .324 hitter on the season. Her hit in this game was an infield single in the 4th. So the hit totals are getting closer together. 7 hits for Otterbein and now 6 hits for DePauw. The left-handed swinging Liz Getz with the winning run at second base in the form of Kathleen Byers. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Foul ball, strike 1. Inning started with a single by Abby Bass. She was forced out at second. And then with 2 outs, Montgomery singled. Foul ball, strike 2. So Owens gets ahead with a couple of quick strikes on Getz. Owens has struck out 2 in her almost 3 complete innings. And the 0-2 pitch. She He looks at it. It's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes Owen's 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Struck her out swinging. And we'll go to a 10th inning. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. 9 innings complete, tied at 2.
In the bottom of the ninth, DePauw had no runs and 2 hits, no Otterbein errors, and 2 runners left on base.
Here we go to the 10th inning here at Scots Park, still tied at 2 apiece in this elimination game. Neither team wants their season to come to an end. Battling into number 10. Savannah Sarkeen. Pop up and foul, back it out of play. 1 strike on Sarkeen. Sarkeen started the game in the 9th slot, walked and struck out. She was pinch hit for in the 7th, but then re-entered the ball game, so officially 0 for 1. Fastball from Baldwin is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Alma Baldwin has been very, very solid in the circle for DePauw since coming on in the 4th inning. Has allowed no runs on just 3 hits. There's a foul ball back. Boy, and another ball ate up another player. Sarkeen just got nailed in the upper arm level. Boy, oh boy, this has been a tough couple of innings for players and personnel all alike. I'm glad I've got glass enclosing me in here. Seems like the ball's trying to bite him, and it has. Sarkeen's back in there, though. A 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Struck her out swinging. 1 out in the 10th. That's 7 strikeouts for Baldwin. She has started racking up the strikeouts since coming in relief back in the 4th. Top of the order, Allison Shaw. Shaw's 0 for 4. Strike on the inside corner. Now when you get into an extra inning game and you're having a tough day, the offers start to really start adding up. Shaw, the leadoff batter, hasn't been able to get on base to ignite the Cardinals in this one, but she's not the only one. There's a foul back, strike 2. Quite a few offers on both sides as this game continues to roll along. No balls, 2 strikes on Shaw. 1 out, 10th inning. Ground ball to first. Stopped by Byers. She'll run to the bag for the out. 2 gone. Leaves it to Maddie Flasco. She has a couple of hits, a couple of singles in 4 tries. Otterbein really has not had a threat since the 4th inning. That was against the starter, Brooke Bandy. Ball 1 to Flasco. Just a leadoff single in the 6th inning, a leadoff single in the 8th, and they never moved past first base, so not a runner past first since that 4th. Worm burner to short, Farah to first. 3 outs in a hurry in the 10th. Nothing across. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. DePauw will come up and try to win it in a 2-2 tie.
In the top of the 10th, Otterbein had no runs and no hits, no DePauw errors, and no runners left on base. Fans, stick around after the conclusion of this game for the award ceremony.
Well, the scoreboard in left center field only has 10 innings allowed. Will DePauw put an end to this game in the 10th, or will we move to the 11th and erase all those numbers up there and start again at 1? Swinging a foul tip off the bat of Gabby Smart to start off the bottom of the 10th inning. Smart with an infield single, a walk, a run scored, 1 for 3 officially. Rachel Owens still in the circle for Otterbein. Missed outside, 1-1. It's been DePauw that has had golden opportunities in extra innings and in regulation, at the end of regulation, to win this. There's a fly ball to left. McElwain backing up, still backing up. She has the room and makes the catch right in front of the track. And there's 1 out. DePauw got a leadoff double in the 7th, stranded the runner. Runner to third with 1 out in the 8th, stranded the runner. Runner to second with 2 outs in the 9th and couldn't get her home. Here's Lauren Godden, has the big hit of the game, though, for DePauw. 2-run double in the 6th inning to tie the game. High chopper over the mound, fielded by the shortstop, and throws her out. Allison Shaw got the good hop as she was running right toward the second base bag, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 10th. Now, we've only seen 2 home runs in this regional. They have both come from the same bat, Tori Speakman, one yesterday, one today. Speakman for Otterbein. Is somebody else going to be able to hit one out of here to put an end to extra innings? Or is it going to have to be a rally put together by a team? There's a strike as Sydney Holler looks to get her first hit. She's 0 for 4. Ground ball to third. Easy play for Sarkeen. Easy inning. 1-2-3. Down go the Tigers in the 10th as we move to the 11th inning, tied at 2.
In the bottom of the 10th, DePauw had no runs and no hits, no Otterbein errors, and no runners left on base.
To the 11th inning we go in a 2-2 tie. And this is just the second game of our 3 games today.
Oh,
Other
exhausting, but it's
scores around regional softball action.
9:30.
The MIAA represented at Wisconsin Whitewater in their regional, and Hope and Trine
Yeah.
played in the championship game today, and it was Trine with the win, 6-3, to move on and move to the Super Regional. So congratulations to the Thunder of Trine from the MIAA. They will move on to a Super Regional. The Alma Scots are waiting to continue in their regional. They're sitting and watching, and they have been for a long time. As this game moves into the 11th, Bailey McElwain will lead things off. Emma Baldwin has been really good in the circle in relief. First pitch high, ball 1. Baldwin has now worked 7 innings and has struck out 7. Has allowed just 3 hits. Fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes to McElwain. Middle of the order for Otterbein. McElwain, Garner, and Riggs. The 2-0 pitch. Right in there for a strike, 2-1. Two runs, 7 hits for Otterbein, and 2 runs, 6 hits for DePauw. Ball low. 3 balls and a strike. Otterbein really has not put up much of a threat since their run in the 4th inning. It gave them a 2-0 lead. Here's the 3-1. Pops sky high back toward the press box and right down the fence line. The catcher Holler couldn't handle it though. Tough play. It actually came down almost right down the fence. 3 balls and 2 strikes. McElwain officially 0 for 3 plus a walk. The 3-2 pitch. Wow, she turned on that one and hammered it, but way foul. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Baldwin. Fly ball right field. Gets coming in, still coming in, won't get there. And rounding first, heading for second is McElwain, and she is in there with a 2-bagger. So the Cardinals with their first threat here in extra innings. In the top of the 11th inning, McElwain didn't hit it hard. It popped it out there down that right field line. And conversation in the circle for DePauw. That is the 8th base hit of the ball game for Otterbein. Megan Garner will be the next hitter. Garner's had a pretty good afternoon with a couple of hits. So again, it comes down to, do you want one of your top hitters to sacrifice? Probably, with less than a couple of outs, actually no outs. So you get that runner to third base with 1 out and try to win the game. DePauw hasn't used their defensive switch that they used a lot in yesterday's game against Alma, where they brought an outfielder into the infield. Looks like they're going to stick with traditional defense here. So Garner will bat. McElwain at second. She is the go-ahead run. Garner with a single, a double, and a run scored. 2 for 4. Fastball strike on the inside edge. Garner did not show any means of bunting there. First and third, though, are coming in down the lines. They're thinking that the bunt could be on. Doesn't show it again and takes this one low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Little wheel play put on as the shortstop runs over to cover the bag at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. She swings away and hammers it way foul down the right field corner and almost out of the railroad tracks. Yep, she did reach the tracks. way out in front of that pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Garner. McElwain, the go-ahead run here in the 11th, standing out at second base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Farrell looks the runner back, throws to first, got her, and to third goes the runner McElwain after she waited for the throw. Good piece of base running for Bailey McElwain. She was looked back, but didn't go all the way back. And then once the throw was made, she hightailed it to third base. So Otterbein with a chance to get the go-ahead run in. At third base with 1 out. Molly Riggs will bat. She's 1 for 4. 441 batting average for Riggs. Very tight at the corners, in the middle. Slap hitter looks at a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-2 tie, top of the 11th. Riggs awaiting the 1-0 pitch. She does, ground it towards second. The run will score, and out by a step at first is Riggs, but she drives in the go-ahead run. She slapped it on the ground, did her job. The only play was at first base, so a 3-2 Otterbein lead here in the 11th inning. RBI for Riggs on the ground out. 2 outs, bases empty for Tori Speakman. Speakman with a home run, a sacrifice, and has struck out twice. 3-2 Otterbein, top of the 11th inning, foul ball back, strike 1. Well, looking forward now to the DePauw 11th, 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Farah, Bass, and Byers are scheduled to hit. The 1 strike offering. Strike outside corner, 0-2. Well, one thing that DePauw could not do here in extra innings and late in regulation was get a runner home from third with less than 2 outs. Otterbein able to do it with their lone chance here late, here in the 11th. All outside, 1-2. Three to 2 Otterbein. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Emma Baldwin has been so solid in the circle, but giving up the go-ahead run here in the 11th inning. Foul ball, right side. Only 4 hits allowed by Baldwin. This is her 8th inning of relief work. Striking out 7. The double by McElwain doing the damage here in the 11th. And then good base running by McElwain to get to third on an infield ground out. The 2-2 to Speakman is high for ball 3. And the payoff pitch. Ground ball off the backhanded glove, but picked up and got her by a step. Nice play by Smart. And that will end the top of the 11th inning, but not before Otterbein scores the go-ahead run. 1 run, 1 hit, and none left as we go to the bottom of the 11th. It's Otterbein 3 and DePauw 2. DePauw needs a run to continue this game. A couple of runs could win it. Jordan Ferry to lead things off. Ground ball right back to Owens. 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 gone in the bottom of the 11th inning. Abby Bass, the third baseman, who singled in the 9th inning. She is 1 for 3. She'll bat with 1 out, nobody on. And the Tigers in desperate need of some offense. 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Otterbein. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for DePauw. Bottom of the 11th. Ground ball off the third baseman's glove and down the line and left. And Bass is aboard again, makes a big turn, heads to second. Here's a throw. She slides. She's out at second base on a close play. Good relay throw from left field to shortstop to second base. Gunning down Bass, trying to leg it into a double for out number 2. So a single and then thrown out. 7-6-4 if you're keeping score. 2 outs, and DePauw is down to their final outs. Here's Kathleen Byers, 0 for 4. Pitch from Owens, a strike called. Owens came on to get the final out of the 6th inning and weathered 3 different storms in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. This could do it. Grounder to the pitcher ball game as Owens throws her out. And this marathon has come to an end, and Otterbein perseveres and moves on to take on Alma in the final game today. In the 11th, no runs, 1 hit, none left. Final score, Otterbein 3 and DePauw 2. And the final line score in this ball game, Otterbein 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. DePauw 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. DePauw is eliminated with their second loss, and Otterbein will take on Alma College in the final game of the day, and that'll be coming up within the next 30 to 40 minutes here at Scots Park. We hope that you will tune in and join us for that. Either Otterbein or Alma will move on to face Illinois Wesleyan in the championship round tomorrow. That's going to do it for us here for Director Stephen Kipp and Skylar Goodman and Brandon Roach with fine jobs in extra innings on camera. Kurt Wilson saying so long. Again, the final score, Otterbein 2 and Otterbein 3 and DePauw 2. Back with Alma and Otterbein in about 40 minutes.